for the fans. The glory for the pinstripes.
Yo, what's up everyone? This is your man from Yankees Fan Central, bringing you the latest heat straight from the Bronx. Look, the New York winter is hitting hard, but the real fire is coming from Brian Cashman's phone down in Tampa. We all know the main focus is on Cody Bellinger, the guy we know, the guy who fits, but also the guy Scott Boras is trying to sell for a king's ransom. But listen, the market doesn't wait for anyone, and we can't afford to be held hostage by Boras's games. I've heard the whispers about Kyle Tucker, and yeah, he's everyone's dream target, but the price in terms of top-tier prospects and cold hard cash is enough to make even George Steinbrenner think twice. On the other hand, you've got Austin Hayes as that safe and a cheap fallback. But does he really have that championship DNA to handle the pressure of the stadium in October? That's where a new name is starting to pick up serious steam in the league's inner circles. Nick Castellanos. He's 33 years old, a battle-tested veteran, and it looks like things have gone completely south for him in Philly. I've picked up some intel that the Phillies are desperate to move his contract, and Dave Dombrowski has basically admitted that a change of scenery is the best move for both sides. Just imagine Castellanos taking aim at that short porch in right field Yankee Stadium. When this guy is locked in, he's a nightmare for opposing pitchers. We're talking about a two-time All-Star who won the Silver Slugger back in 2021. He's cleared the 20-home run mark in 6 of his 13 MLB seasons. He was still solid in 2024, but 2025 was a total disaster. But that's exactly where Cashman sees an opening. Castellanos is entering the final year of a 5-year, $100 million contract. This means if we pull the trigger on a trade, the Yankees are only on the hook for $20 million in 2026. Compared to the $300 million plus that Tucker or Bellinger might demand long-term, that's pocket change for the Empire. He brings that swagger, that New York grit we need. He doesn't back down, and he's proven he can handle the lights of a big, loud market. Before I get into the messy details of why this might be a gamble, do me a huge favor, subscribe to the channel and hit those notifications so you never miss a breaking Yankees update. Now, it's not all sunshine and pinstripes, right? We've got to look at the red flag screaming at us from Citizens Bank Park. Castellanos' 2025 season was one to forget. The guy only managed 17 home runs in 147 games. His OPS was a measly 0.694 for a guy making $20 million a year. That just doesn't cut it. And then there's the plate discipline or lack thereof. He racked up 133 strikeouts last season and has hit the 100 strikeout mark 11 times in his career. He's that boom or bust hitter that can drive a fan base crazy. But the real story is the public spat he had with Rob Thompson, the Phillies manager and our old friend from the Bronx. Castellanos openly called out Thompson's communication style, saying he didn't even know what his role was on the team anymore. That tells me the guy is miserable, and when a player of his caliber has his head in the wrong place, the stats fall off a cliff. But think about it. The Yankees have Jason Dominguez, the Martian, ready for liftoff. We've got Spencer Jones tearing it up in the minors, even with his own strikeout concerns. If we bring in Castellanos and he flops, the risk is minimal because the contract is almost up and we have internal options to fill the gap. The trade cost would be low. We probably wouldn't even have to give up a top 10 prospect because the Phillies just want the salary relief. Castellanos would be incredibly motivated to rebuild his value before hitting free agency again. He's durable too, playing at least 136 games in each of the last 4 years. Having a guy who's actually on the field is a luxury we haven't had lately with all the injuries. At the end of the day, he's a low-cost, high-upside gamble. If he finds that 25 home run, 80 RBI form again, our lineup becomes an absolute wrecking crew in our hunt for the first World Series title since 2009. So, what do you guys think of this potential Cashman special? Is it worth taking a flyer on Castellanos, despite the recent drama and the dip in production? Or should we just back up the truck for Bellinger and call it a day? Drop a comment below. I want to hear from the real fans who bleed blue. Stay locked in here at Yankees Fan Central for more exclusive deep dives and the hottest news straight from the source. Would you like me to analyze the potential prospect package the Yankees might have to give up in a deal like this?